Imagine a time when giants walked the earth, beings so powerful that the Bible itself calls them men of renown. But who were these Nephilim really? And why is this topic so controversial that many theologians avoid discussing it? It all begins in Genesis 6 verses 1 to 4. There it is written that the sons of God saw the daughters of men, that they were beautiful, and took wives for themselves, whomever they chose. From this union were born the Nephilim, described as mighty men and men of renown. But here lies the first great mystery. Who were these sons of God? Some of the earliest scholars, including the author of the Book of Enoch, a pre-Christian Jewish text, believed they were fallen angels. Yes, spiritual beings who took human form and had relations with women. This view was so widespread that even Jude in his New Testament epistle references these events. But not everyone agrees. St. Augustine, one of the Church Fathers, rejected this idea. He argued that angels are spiritual beings and could not reproduce with humans. For him, the sons of God were simply the descendants of Seth, while the daughters of men were from the lineage of Cain, a more symbolic interpretation. Now think about this. If they were just ordinary humans, why did their children become giants? And why does this specific event seem to have been the trigger for the flood? The Bible clearly states that God decided to destroy humanity because the earth was filled with violence, and the Nephilim were central to this corruption. But the mystery deepens even further. In Deuteronomy 3:11, we find an intriguing reference to Og, king of Bashan, whose iron bed measured an impressive 9 cubits long, about 4 meters. Was he a remnant of the Nephilim? And why would the Bible go out of its way to record this detail? Few realize that this story isn't unique to the Bible. Ancient civilizations worldwide speak of giants. The Greeks had the Titans. The Sumerians worshipped the Anunnaki, who were said to have descended from heaven. Even Native Americans have legends of wars against races of giants. In 1891, the New York Times published an article about the discovery of giant skeletons in a Wisconsin burial mound. In 1911, another similar discovery was reported in Arizona. Of course, many dismiss these reports as hoaxes or exaggerations. But why would so many different cultures with no contact between them have such similar stories? The Book of Enoch, an apocryphal text, but highly influential in ancient Judaism, gives chilling details. It describes how these beings taught humans forbidden secrets, from metallurgy to witchcraft, and most strikingly, how they foresaw in dreams their own destruction in the flood. But wait, it gets even more mysterious. The Bible says the Nephilim existed also after the flood. How could that be? Some scholars point to passages like Numbers 13:33, where Moses' spies report seeing giants in Canaan, the famous sons of Anak. Now, let's connect this to our modern era. In Daniel 2:43, there's an enigmatic prophecy about the end times, speaking of a mixture that will not adhere. Many see here a reference to genetic manipulation, a new form of hybridization. It's no coincidence that Jesus in Matthew 24:37 compares the last days to the days of Noah, precisely the era of the Nephilim. The Apostle Paul seems to echo this warning when he speaks of the man of lawlessness in 2 Thessalonians 2:3. Could this be a new kind of hybrid being? The book of Revelation speaks of strange creatures and plagues that seem to have supernatural origins. All this makes us wonder, are we approaching a time when the Nephilim, or something similar, will reappear? But before you dismiss this as mere conspiracy theory, consider this. In 2004, scientists discovered a 2.8-meter tall humanoid skeleton in Georgia. In 2017, in South Africa, fossilized footprints measuring 1.2 meters in length were found, dating back millions of years. How do we explain this within our current understanding of human history? What does all this mean for us today? First, that the Bible contains mysteries far deeper than we imagine. Second, that many passages that seem mythological may have a basis in real events. And third, most importantly, that we need to be spiritually prepared for the times ahead. Because if there's one lesson we can learn from the story of the Nephilim, it's this: when humanity crosses certain boundaries set by God, the consequences are catastrophic. But the good news is that, as in the days of Noah, God always preserves a faithful remnant. If you've enjoyed this deep dive into the mysteries of the Nephilim, imagine what else we could uncover together. This is just the beginning of a journey that explores not only biblical enigmas but also hidden truths throughout history. So don't miss out on what's next. Make sure to hit the subscribe button and ring that bell so you'll never miss another eye-opening exploration. And don't forget to share this video with others who are intrigued by the unexplained. Let's start conversations that matter. Your thoughts, questions, and insights are important to us, so drop them in the comments below. Together, we can dig deeper into the world's greatest mysteries. As we continue to unravel these stories, always remember, seek and you will find. The adventure is just beginning. See you in the next video.